muscle, 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 muscle. Terry Crews, awesome commercial that neither of us had seen before. This is the Wednesday wrap-up on Sylvia Gordon.
I'm Rebecca Gordon.
In this in this episode, I'm going to be talking about HSAs and Medicare.
And I'm going to help her talk about that, as well as talk about short-term and some other really cool things.
Other stuff, stay tuned. Muscle, 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 muscle.
Okay, hey, so we've got a live audience here today, and we have a question from our audience, so, young man.
Hi, I'm John from Nashville, Tennessee. I have a client who wants to know if he can keep contributing to his HSA once he turns 65.
What a great question. So HSAs, I remember doing my first HSA meeting way back when President Bush signed them into bill. And what a lot of agents get confused about, well, if they're not an under 65 agent and they only do Medicare, they don't know all the rules to HSAs. And it's really easy. There's one simple rule. In order to have an HSA, you have to have a qualified high deductible health plan. So that means not all deductibles are qualified. There are specific deductibles, there are higher deductibles. Typically you don't have co-pays, but you gotta have that. That's the whole platform for a health savings account.
And if you have a health savings account, typically you love it because your employer's putting in money.
Or you.
Right.
You could be self-employed.
And then you can take out that money, those pre-tax dollars, to use for qualified medical expenses.
Right. You have medical expenses that are with your health plan, but then you also have what the IRS has. All tons and tons and tons of items that you can use that money for, which is really great.
So, that was a great question from our caller, John from Nashville, who said he doesn't know anything about HSAs. He just deals with Medicare, which I think most of our agents do. They take them at 64 and a half, and so they don't know how to deal with this. And this is something you can't just say, well, I don't handle that, because you will screw up and you will hurt your client if you do not understand this. So take out a piece of paper, be old school, take notes, and write this stuff down. If you are going to continue to work past 65,
amen,
and you want to continue with your employer's high deductible plan and the benefit of that, which is that HSA contribution, you can do it. So yes, you can. I have people all the time say you can't. No, yes, you can, but you have to do it very carefully.
As long as, ...
As long as you do not take Medicare. Okay, so you're thinking right away, cool, I just want to sign for Medicare Part B.
Right.
Okay, that's not it. You can not have Medicare Part B. You cannot have Medicare Part A. So, most agents aren't aware of the fact that you can opt out of A. Since A starts automatically.
So how do you
get out of it?
How do you get out?
Keep watching and we will tell you how to get out of it. The key thing is if you're already on Social Security, you took Social Security early, it'd be a rare thing, but if you are and you want to opt out of A, you have to pay back all your Social Security benefits. Because there's a law that if you have Social Security, you have to have A. If you're on disability, clearly you have to have A and B, so that's not going to be an issue. So let's talk about the person that works for a small employer. They have 15 employees. They have to take Medicare Part B because their employee group health plan pays secondary to Medicare. Now, they don't have to take Medicare Part B. They don't have to. They could just have their group health plan secondary to Medicare. They would have to pay what Medicare would have paid, and so it's stupid, but you could do it. I'm not saying that there might not be the rare person that would be an advantage for. Essentially, you have little to no insurance, but you're saying, but I still have my group plan. You do, but at 65, your group plan becomes secondary to Medicare. So if you opted out of Part B, you might really not have much insurance. Okay, I'm getting way deep in the weeds.
You're going off on a tangent.
Let me do it. I'm not.
You need to come back to HSA.
This is not a tangent. This all goes together. I'm weaving the web.
It's getting
very
convoluted right now.
Let's say you're not on disability. You didn't take Social Security early, and you're not working on You're not working with a small employer. So let's say you have an employer with 50 or more lives. Okay, Medicare is secondary. So you do not have to take it. Your group health plan is primary. So you don't need B.
Stop. I am completely confused. We need a time out. We need a rewind. What a great question, John from Nashville. Sylvia, HSAs.
Oh my God. Okay. Is this my second chance to simplify this topic?
This is your second chance.
Okay. The simplified answer is, if you want to keep working and keep contributing and allowing your employer to keep contributing to your HSA past 65, you must opt out of Part A, and you cannot take Part B. To opt out of Medicare Part A, you will need this form.
This form.
If you would like it, which every agent should have it in their briefcase portfolio saved on
No
your
doubt.
desktop, ask us for it in the comments and we will email it to you.
It is CMS Form 1763. Once you get it, you're going to send it to your Social Security office. We're going to be putting this on our website as well, but you can hit us up again in the comments.
And once you opt out of Part A, you can continue getting those contributions.
Keep
Okay.
funding it. A lot of people love HSAs, and why they were so attractive to, I think, a certain group of consumer is that they are another retirement vehicle. So they're not super aggressive, they don't pay super high returns, but people who fund them don't necessarily fund them to take money out to pay for medical costs. Typically it's just another place to sock money. So for those self-employed who want to keep working, or for a group, it's a great way to just build your retirement.
Tax free. And this is the next zinger, okay?
Disability.
Now I want to retire. Okay, now I'm 70. Okay, and I've continued. I didn't have A or B, and I've continued to get those contributions in my HSA. I've grown my HSA nest egg, and I'm 70. And now I want to retire. It's another zinger. You have to stop contributing to your HSA 6 months before you enroll in Medicare.
Well, this is where it gets really confusing, because when somebody retires and they enroll in Part A, Medicare Part A is going to retroactively go back 6 months.
6 months.
So if you kept contributing during those 6 months, you will have a tax violation because you will no longer have had a high deductible qualified HSA.
You can't,
Right?
This is the thing. You can't have an HSA and any other health plan. That's against the law. Medicare's insurance. So you can't have both at the same time.
And if you cancel, they go back 6 months.
So you got to know,
You've been
I'm going to
double dipping.
retire in 6 months.
And be
Stop
done.
your contributions now for the last 6 months of your employment. So boom, when you employ and go on retire and go on Medicare, you don't have a negative tax consequence.
You don't have to stop your insurance, just don't.
stop the contributions.
So, you know what you could do?
Kill yourself.
No, because they will let you lump sum. They'll let you max out your contributions all at once. So if you're really savvy, and let's say you are going to retire in July, in January, most HSA funds will let you max it out the whole year. You could do it in January.
And then you're clear
And
to
then you're
retire in July.
And you get all the tax benefits and contribution max out.
So I'm sure this fascinating topic has made a lot of you pull your hair out. Ask us in the comments what other corollary questions you have. I'm sure you have questions.
I want to ask a question. What is our wrap up today?
Oh, dang, we didn't wrap up anything.
Yes, we are.
We wrapped up in the shirts.
We're wrapped up in
Okay,
biblical
so we
shirts.
were at the United Healthcare rollout in DC, which gave me the opportunity to buy a lot of great propaganda. So mine says we lived through Trump. I lived through Obama. You can live through Trump.
I think
It's not my shirt.
And mine is Make America Kind Again. I love this.
So you can keep that shirt. But if anybody
Thank you.
wants this shirt, give me a great comment in the comment section, and I will send you this shirt. It is a man's large.
But it better not be a comment like, hey, don't get political.
Yeah, I love these
Because-
people. Like politics
Stop.
is intertwined with
Stop.
insurance.
Don't send
and
that to
business.
us.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't watch this video.
We're going to block you.
You don't like that. If you want this t-shirt,
Which is funny.
go into the comment section and tell us why you enjoy watching the Wednesday wrap up.
Oh, because your prize will be,
Well-
is it the shirt?
Well, they can have all of them. I don't care.
No. One or the other.
Okay, no shirt.
No shirt this week, but these I love. So whoever the winner is, we're going to ask you, and you can put it in your comments, which sticker you want. My dog is a Republican or my dog is a Democrat. These are little car bumper stickers. Super,
What are they telling us in the comments
super
to win those?
cute. Why do you watch our show? Why do you watch us?
Yeah, did your boss make you watch us?
But I do want to give a big shout out.
Bored? Is it valuable? Is it fun?
To my new best friend, Kristen from Arkansas. We were at the Allwell meeting. I know that she is a watcher.
A viewer.
She's a
fan.
viewer, a fan. So look, I got your name tattooed right here.
Thank you, Kristen, for watching.
Kristen.
Okay, I have a tattoo too. If you guys can zoom in on that, and that is Ryan Kimball from Agent Pipeline being crossed out because when I was at the gym, I'm on the treadmill and I'm running
30 miles.
50 miles.
I know.
Right, but I want to
Killing
get
it.
on the rowing machine.
I heard about this.
Because they said that I need to do more pulling for
Very
my
good for
osteoporosis.
upper
Okay,
body.
so I'm waiting to get in the row machine. So there's one guy and he's doing some reps, and then the other guy's on the row machine. Then they switch, and they're totally monopolizing the row machine. And I can never get on the row machine. So after a half an hour, I focus in. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Ryan Kimball and Bobby LeMaster, and I'm like, hey, dude.
Do you not have gym
There's
etiquette?
other people here. Yeah, right. Don't
Beat it.
monopolize the crap. So, right there, and I took
Gone.
a picture so I could scorch him on social media. Ryan, there, yeah.
Just because you're gorgeous, forget it.
Gym etiquette.
Look it up.
Okay, what else do you have?
Hey, so we have great news about short term. I just love short term. It's that thing that never goes away.
Well, they tried to make it go away.
But it never, ever goes away. And it's always constantly in the news. So the good news is the Trump administration got it passed that short term is a viable product.
It's not junk, which they
It is
came out
not
4
junk.
months ago.
It's such
and
crap.
Congress said it was junk.
And based on your state, you can have it up for 36 months. So that is key for your folks in that gap going into Medicare. If your clients can't afford an Affordable Care Act, which they won't be able to, look at the short term, because if you could get them in at 62 and then they're guaranteed to have that plan, if they qualify until they age into Medicare, that's fantastic. It is not smart as an agent to sell them a plan for 12 months and then re-enroll another 12 months because you have to go through questions again. And if something happened in your health in the previous 12 months, could leave you uninsurable. So if you can lock them in for 3 years with a solid plan, backed by health companies that have been doing this for years, it's a win-win, but it will be based on your state. So some states are still quirky on what they will and won't allow. You can hit me up in your comments and or hit me up in our comments, and we can tell you what the states are. But Indiana just came out with a new health plan. We'll talk about that next week, which is really great for this state.
Still getting a lot of questions that are coming off of the AHIP study modules asking about cost plans. People are saying, I've never heard of cost plans. What's going up with cost plans? We don't have them in our state. What are they? And we talked a little bit about cost plans, I think, last week. One of the things about cost plans that's weird is that the special election periods don't apply to them. They only have to have a 30-day enrollment period per year. They don't have the full AEP. I mean, they're just different. They're completely off the traditional MAPD chassis. And I think they're in about 11 or 12 states, so you could run into them if you are selling in many states or if you're running a call center operation. But most people don't have any familiarity with them, so don't try to wing it when you're trying to pass AHIP. Study.
Do the modules.
People, you can download the modules.
modules.
They're right there. People are arguing with me that you can't download it. It's right there. It's download here. Before you go into it, when you first pull AHIP up, there's the modules. Download it, study. Because we're getting calls every day. People are saying, I failed it 2 times, and they're terrified that they're going to lose their renewals. Remember, you don't have to take AHIP for UnitedHealthcare. I wish more carriers allowed that option. I think it's a racket. UnitedHealthcare really stepped to the front by saying, you don't have to take AHIP. We'll just give you 2 more modules. Thank you. So if you only sell for UnitedHealthcare, no need for the AHIP. Also, if you only sell for Anthem or Aetna, WellCare, a lot of these carriers, they have no limit on the amount of times you can attend.
You really have to be aware. Humana has 3.
So you have to be aware of the carriers you're selling for. Because I had somebody in a panic because they failed twice and they didn't feel comfortable they were going to pass it the 3rd time. She's like, I'm not getting close to passing it. And I said, well, who do you sell for? And she said she only sold for Anthem.
She's like,
I was
let's
like,
chill.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's chill.
They don't have a limit. You just keep paying your money and keep doing it until you pass. And a good way to pass is to download those modules. Take those quizzes. Boom. So thank you for tuning in this week.
Have a great day. Be kind.